Hey guys, welcome to Gunpla News, episode 26 for January 2017. This is part 1 news. So first off, just want to start off by saying that I'm sorry that there hasn't been a whole lot of videos coming out of my channel over the past week or so. First, I was on vacation in Okinawa there with my family. Had a really fantastic time there. Okinawa is beautiful if you ever get a chance to go. Highly recommend it. And then as soon as we got back, my son was sick, and now I'm sick. But I'm kind of powering through it because I really want to get these news videos out here for you guys, and then I have a whole lot of reviews too. I have like a stack like this of kits I need to get reviewed for you guys. So those will all be coming out over this upcoming week as well after we finish the news here. Luckily, this month there's not really a whole lot in terms of things to talk about. In the news section here, there's not really too much to talk about at all. And even the announcements, we didn't really have a whole lot of stuff announced this month, so those parts should go pretty quick. So let's just get into it here. The only really things that I have to talk about for news, this is usually where I talk about anything related to like Bandai or like Gundam related news, and there's not really anything new much else to talk about. We haven't gotten any more news about the second season of Gundam Thunderbolt. We haven't really got any news about any sort of like big season finale or anything for the Iron Blood Orphans series or anything like that. So basically, the only thing here is just about the live shows that I do coming up this month. I'll tell you about them. Our next episode of Gunpla Talk will be on Saturday, January 14th. That's in New York time. So if you're in like the United States, that'll be Saturday evening, January 14th. For me here, it's January 15th, Sunday morning. So depending on where you are in the world, check that. Just follow our Facebook page, our Gunpla Talk Facebook page there. We'll have the post there with the time and the YouTube link. If you want to watch it live at that time, you can. This month we're going to be talking about just kind of like recapping the GBWC. One of our members there, Tim, was one of the winners who went there and was a finalist in GBWC representing North America. So we'll talk to him about his experience there in GBWC. And another member, Josh, went there 2 years ago. So we'll just be talking about all of that and just other kind of normal fun stuff. Then speaking of Josh, the other show, G-Check, that I do with Josh, where we just kind of like look at cool custom models online and talk about them. You can watch that live. That's going to be the next weekend, January 20th. That's a Friday. That'll be Friday evening. So like on this side of the world, it's Friday evening. In North America, that would be Friday morning. If you want to watch that live, of course, you can always just watch it later here on my channel. And then the last thing is the other series that I've been doing here, just started a couple months ago, is the Builder interview series. I interviewed Henry and then also Win last month. And this month's episode is going to be this coming Friday, Friday the 13th actually, so kind of spooky, right? And it's going to be, I think that's going to be this Friday. Just stay tuned to my Facebook page for that. Is where I'll post up the link for that if you want to watch that live. I'm pretty sure right now that's going to be set for this Friday evening, and don't know the time exactly, but again, just stay posted to my Facebook page if you want to watch that live. But the guest that I'm going to be having this month is Lincoln Wright. Lincoln just kind of recently started a YouTube channel, which I highly recommend you guys check out. It's Paint on Plastic. I think like the full name is Paint on Plastic by Lincoln Wright, but if you just search Paint on Plastic, you can probably find it. He is actually a professional model builder, so like he's got a lot of really, really great experience. It's mostly been in like other kind of modeling. He's only just kind of recently got into Gunpla, but he's done like a lot of stuff in machining Krieger, model kits, and all kinds of experience that I'm sure he can share with us at that time. It should be really cool to get like that point of view from like a professional model builder. So check him out on Facebook and check out his YouTube page and kind of see the stuff that he's working on. And then this coming Friday, my live interview with him, it should be really, really interesting. He's also living in this kind of neck of the woods in Japan. Well, partly, I know currently he's living in Australia, but he also sometimes lives in Japan or has lived in Japan. So anyway, that should be really cool to have a talk with him. So that's really all it is for news this part of this episode. So again, Gunpla news is always just 5 parts. This part was just covering some news. Next part, we'll talk about some announcements of kits and figures that have been just announced. The third part is we'll talk about updates for all the kits and figures that we have on the books coming out in the near future. The fourth part is we'll talk about some third-party and resin stuff. Have some cool stuff to talk about there as well. And then the last part is featured kits, where I'll just show you guys some really cool, custom, really beautiful builds by some fantastic modelers. So that's it for this part, guys. I'll see you coming up in part 2.